What's up guys, Matt back again with another unboxing video, and today we're going to be reviewing the new Masterlise Super Saiyan Future Gohan from Ichiban Kuji, Duel to the Future. Before we dive into the video, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell, like the video, comment your thoughts down below for us to discuss, follow me on my socials, and consider becoming a YouTube member to enter into our monthly giveaways and Discord server so our community can help you on your Dragon Ball figure collecting journey. This figure is based on Gohan from the History of Trunks special from Dragon Ball Z. The figure seems loosely based on his Dragon Ball Legends render from the mobile game of the same name. Judging by his colors, I'd also say he's inspired by the anime OVA, History of Trunks. This is an Ichiban Kuji release, so if you'd like to learn more about Ichiban Kuji, check the video in my description below. This figure sells for an average price of about $45 to $55 US on the market. If you're interested in buying this figure for cheap, then use my discount code Peaches24 at bashmancollectibles.com to get 10% off of your first order and 5% off of every future order afterwards. This figure was released on April 6th, 2024 in Japan along with the rest of the Ichiban Kuji set. The Ichiban Kuji set consists of Perfect Cell, Trunks, Super Saiyan Future Gohan, Vegeta, Mr. Satan, and Goku and Kaio as the last one prize. Gohan stands at about 10 inches tall, weighs 1 pound 3.3 ounces in box, weighs 13.7 ounces on his own, and the figure comes whole with his arm and support. Finally, Future Gohan is here, man. Future Gohan is a huge fan favorite character in the Dragon Ball community. Even though he doesn't really accomplish a whole lot, he just looks cool, he is cool, and he's Gohan, who's by proxy a extremely popular character within Dragon Ball. So it's finally time to talk about the Ichiban Kuji, the first Masterlise of Future Gohan, and we have some great news and great things to talk about. So first of all, as a character choice, clearly everything I just said applies here. He's a popular character. Future Gohan is very unique in the sense that it's if Gohan grew up without being in a peaceful life, pretty much. He basically becomes like Goku when he's older. He's very similar to Goku. He kind of loses a bit of that kind spirit or the innocence that he had as a child, and he kind of looks and acts very similar to Goku during Dragon Ball Z. So I think that's kind of what they were going for. Obviously, Future Trunks and Future Gohan, they're based off of like John Connor and the Terminator, so it's very cool. It's one of Akira Toriyama's favorite films. The first two films are some of my favorite films.
Get down! Come on! Pick it up! Gohan, come on! You have to go Super Saiyan!
So sorry about that, but I love Future Gohan. So just finally seeing him as an Ichiban Kuji is an absolute treat. So as a character choice, it's an easy 5 out of 5. His likeness is amazing. He looks so good in the face, dude. there's definitely that quality of like, hey, that's Goku's son for sure. They bolded his eyes a little bit more than I expected, but it looks really good on him, dude. It like almost emulates a factor that it's like him right before he fights the androids. So it's almost like death's at his door, and he knows it. But it looks very, very good, dude. They sculpted in the scars on his face too, so you can actually feel the scars on his face, which is a great little attention to detail. Good little details under his eyes, and man, he looks pissed. So looks really, really good in the face. Definitely a 5 out of 5 in terms of likeness. The sculpt quality, so here is just something that I'm gonna have to talk about, right? First of all, we've seen this sculpt before. The sculpt is clearly based off of the Kaioken Goku that came out in the Ginyu Force set last year, which is also used by the Last One Prize Goku Ginyu in that set, and I believe it is also tweaked from earlier Dragon Ball Super Gokus. There are some differences, like the blue shirt goes a little lower on the Dragon Ball Super Gokus, which I mean, the ones from Kokoni Kiyomariri, as well as the Super Saiyan 3 Goku from Dragon Ball vs. Omnibus. However, they just blew me away by removing his arm. They did not market this at all for probably reasons that are in Japan culturally. I think when you have missing limbs, it associates people with the Yakuza in Japan. So I think that's why they don't market things with missing limbs. But they hit it really well from us. But as soon as you open up the box, you see that his arm is separate. So that's a wonderful little thing that they added. So just being able to remove his arm, which of course I'm only going to display him that way, especially because Gohan only has the scars on his face in the anime special after he loses his arm. So if they do a base Gohan, I hope if he doesn't have a removable arm, I hope they get rid of the scars. That would be interesting, having one with no scars. But yeah, they gave you the option to remove his arm, which is just freaking awesome. Call this an e-moving. But there are some differences in his sculpts. The other ones, the lines that are on his boots are missing. His sleeves are a lot longer. And of course, he's actually bent backwards a little bit more than the other ones, which is something that's I noticed was a little bit different. And of course, his head is different. And I love the way that they sculpted his hair, man. It looks great. They just did a great job on it. So with all that being said, even though they recycled a lot of the body to use this Gohan, I'm going to give his sculpt quality a 5 out of 5, because if you can remove the arm on this thing, and they kept that a secret as almost like a surprise for us, that's just awesome, man. That just makes the figure that much more better, and I think we can excuse them reusing a body because of that option that you have. So there you go. Paint and shading. I love the way that this figure is shaded. There's plenty of shading on his gi. You can see some dark colors on the oranges. It doesn't look like there's any shading on his skin, and I don't think there's any shading on his hair, but most of the shading is on the orange of his gi. However, now this is my only real criticism of this figure. His shirt is very dark blue, and it even contrasts with his wristbands, which are a slightly different color. So his like boots and his shirt are like almost, they're very navy blue, almost a black. They're not quite black. It's definitely still a deep, deep dark blue. But in the anime, and the manga, it's still, a light blue color like Goku's gi. So I'm not really sure why they did that. I have seen some pictures where as a Super Saiyan in the anime special, yeah, he's got like darker colors, but it's not quite like a black almost. So even though I love the paint and shading on this thing, I do wish that they had gone with a lighter blue for his shirt and boots. So I'm going to give his paint and shading a 4 out of 5. Don't kill me in the comments. It's just my opinion. I even saw a repaint. I'll put it up right here, which he looked like a lot better with the proper blue colors on his gi. But it is what it is. Not a big deal, not a deal breaker. Just a small criticism that I see on the figure. And of course, size and scale is perfect. That's definitely going to be a 5 out of 5. I think we already knew that. He's slightly taller than Trunks, which I love seeing that. He'd probably be even taller if he wasn't bent back so far. Like, dang, Gohan, that's not good for your back, my dude. But he's a great size. He's going to pair with plenty of your figures. I even reorganized my Android Arc shelf just so that he can be closer to the front because he's just awesome. But yeah, I am so happy to finally have this guy. It's great to see Bandai do more figures like this, fan favorite characters or deep cut characters. I'm super happy, and there's still more to come with Duel to the Future. If you want to pick this guy up, he is probably the cheapest one in the set. So he's very easy to pick up and buy. You can get him for cheap with Bashwin. So go ahead and inquire with them on the website. But yeah, as for now, I'm going to walk away and give Gohan a 4.5 out of 5. Thank you all again for watching today's video. But before we move on to the upcoming giveaways this month, I'd like to mention my new merch that's launched. We've got shirts, hoodies, mugs, and more. If you want to support me a bit further and rock some of the merch on the channel, please check out the shop tab on my channel. But until the next video, guys, I will see you all later.